everyone, my name is Dana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be practicing difficult weave entrances from a distance. So I'm going to set up my jumps by the weave poles, and then we're going to challenge Ammo to doing different entries while I'm far away. So I'll get that set up real quick to kind of give you an idea of how it looks, and then we'll get started.
So I am first getting the course set up. You can see where I'm putting those jumps. One of these specifically is going to be very difficult, and I'm going to do my best to stay as far away as I can from the weaves too, and I'm intentionally not doing a lot of moving. All of this is to set me up for success in a trial where my brain might not be working as well. And because of that, I might get a little lost, I might get a little slower because I'll be a little bit more nervous. So if I slow myself really far down in practicing, it will make a trial a lot easier, where for the most part, I probably will be keeping up with her, except for, maybe here and there, I'm like, where the heck am I? And that hopefully won't be detrimental to our run. But you see, I really need to practice this distance. Look at it, she's already really struggling with this. So once again, this is something good. And that one was a bad entry though. She did the wrong side, I'm pretty sure. Yes, that was the wrong side. So I accidentally rewarded that. Oopsie daisies. So off screen, I realized, oh shoot, that was wrong. But on the closer side, that was a lot easier for her. However, this far side, and I'm so bad with my lefts and rights, so that is entirely on me. But this is another difficult entry, especially the way I have the jump set up and where I'm positioned. I'm intentionally positioned where I am. It's pulling her more towards the inside of the weaves as opposed to the outside. But that's something she has to figure out. And now see, she's being a little cheater because she's rushing it. She just wants to get her frisbee and she just wants to be done with this. But that's too bad for her. And that's where I'm setting a boundary of, nope, that's too bad. You got to do the whole thing. And she's being a little bit sassy for this one. And that's okay. I mean, she could be a lot sassier. But this is just one of those things where I'm going to out-stubborn her. And she has to figure it out. And she's a border collie. She's not going to quit, but I am breaking it down to make it easier for her to the point where she will win. There we go. Look at that. Because if I am drilling her and she's getting more and more frustrated, agility, it doesn't become fun anymore. It becomes a chore. So I do want to be mindful of that and make it more fun. And also my mom was watching this, so I was talking to her during that portion too. She goes, oh, Dina, your patience. I'm like, yeah, that's what I got to do. And you do have to be more patient, for a dog, especially when they're struggling. That my best example is there's a trial I was at where this lady would go weave, 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 and as the dog would get closer to the exit of the weaves, she'd make it more and more intense, and then the dog would get so anxious it would pop out the weaves, and then she'd go ah, and she'd get all frustrated. So basically she made the end of the weaves a scary thing for the dog. And that is not something I want to do. So, I mean, I run out of breath a little bit at the end. So my tone does change because I'm just saying, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him the entire time. But it's not like, get him, get him, get him. I'm not doing that. You don't want to do that. However, there are some people, if you have a really sensitive dog, they say, don't tell your dog no in agility. For me, no isn't a correction. That is me telling my dog, nope, that wasn't right. Try it again. If my dog's being bad, I go, or bad, bad, bad. Like those, Emma starts wagging her tail. But that's something for me that, when I say no, it's like, nope, that's not right. Try it again. And it isn't this big, horrible thing, but it is letting the dog know that they were wrong. And being wrong is okay as long as they try again and do it better and, don't give up. And that's kind of my training method, is building that threshold for pressure to where they will keep on trying and having a good time and building that confidence, even when things don't go the way they planned. Now, there I am trying to add in a serpentine, but you can see her brain is already very overloaded by what we were doing. But I'm not going to end this on failures. We are going to do this successfully, and that's that. So there we go, a successful weave all the way through. And it doesn't have to be like these super long drills of like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Basically, since this was a challenge, I'm just having her do this until she's successful. And look at that entry. That was a really good entry, and I corrected her. I was like, wait, no, that was right all along. I'm so sorry. And she wags her tail like, yeah, it was. I know. That's when I realized I was sending her the wrong way for so long. And there we go. Perfect entry again. Good girl. Good girl. Yay, ammo. That was very nice, and Ammo is right by my chair as I'm recording this voiceover, celebrating with me, and she has no idea why I'm so happy for her, but rewatching that entry makes me so happy. And then I'm just changing it up so that way she doesn't get patterned, and wow, a very nice weave entry, very good girl, very good, and honestly, I think maybe I do one more, but that would also been a very good point to end it because she was successful on both sides. Honestly, I don't have a lot to complain about. She did very well, but even that entry, that was the other difficult one we were struggling with. She nailed it. But yeah, so any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!